It's very important that you design a solution which is highly available. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again, and today also I have come to help you on your cloud journey. Today I am going to talk about Azure Availability Set. This concept is important for all Azure admins. Even you may get questions in the interview on this topic, because if the interviewer wants to check that whether you know the basic fundamental concept or not. So please do watch this video till the end and try to understand the concept. What is availability set? A minimum of 2 VMs should be placed in a availability set to make them highly available. All VMs in the availability sets become highly available because they are placed on a separate physical racks in the Azure data center. Availability set provides high availability within data center. If the entire data center is down, then the availability of application will be impacted. So in this diagram we can see that this is region 1 and VM availability set is this is the VM availability set, and in under VM availability set we can see that in compute cluster we can see that VM0, VM1 and VM2, and these are all virtual machines. And in storage cluster we can see that managed disk, 3 managed disk we can see here. And you can notice here that VM0 is under FD0. FD0 is fault domain 0, and VM0 is aligned to managed disk, that is also part of fault domain 0, FD0. Same for FD1 and FD2. So this is actually a part of region 1 and this is part of the Azure data center. You can easily understand the concept of availability from this diagram. Now, what is fault domain? Fault domain is the logical grouping of VMs which share common power source and network switch, similar to rack in data centers. When there is an unplanned downtime, fault domain provide high availability. Since each VM is placed on a different rack with different hardware, different power supply, different network, other VMs continue to run if rack snaps off or rack goes down. User can't configure fault domain. We cannot configure the fault domain from the Azure portal or from PowerShell or from Azure CLI, Bash. We cannot configure the fault domain. What is update domain? Update domain is also logical grouping of VMs, but update domains handle planned downtime or maintenance. Each VM is assigned an update domain, and VMs within that update domain will reboot at the same time. Suppose there are 20 VMs created in an availability set. These VMs are placed in round robin fashion on these update domains. There can be as many as 20 update domains in a single availability set. Again, user can't configure update domain. We also can't configure the update domain also. In this diagram you can see that this is fault domain 1, fault domain 0, fault domain 1, fault domain 2, and in this is one, these are the racks, and under this fault domain 0 and under this fault domain 0 you can see that update domain 0 also is there, and update domain 1 and 2 is under fault domain 1, and update domain 3 is and update domain 4 is under fault domain 2. So demo in the demo I will show you that how to create availability set, how to put VMs in availability set, how to change the availability set for a VM. Now I am going to show you how to create the availability set. So I have logged into Azure portal, and from the home page you can click on availability sets, or you can search here availability set, and you will be able to see the availability set blade. and from this pane you can click on create, then create availability set in the under basic tab, select the subscription and select the resource group, or you can create a new resource group. Then you can name the availability set. So here I am going to name it as AV set 21 NOV 2021. So this is the name that I am going to give, and region I am going to select it as East US 2. For domains I am selecting 2 and update domains I am selecting 5. So it will create 2 fault domains and 5 update domains. Here I am selecting manage disk, so it's aligned also. I am not going to select any advanced or any tags with this availability set. So directly I am clicking on review plus create. It's running the final validation, and validation is passed now. I'll click on create. Now initializing the deployment, then submitting the deployment, then it will, deployment is in progress, it will come. Yes, deployment is in progress, has come. Let's wait for a couple of moments. Yes, deployment is succeeded. So the resource has been created here. So we can see that this availability set is created. Now I am going to set the credential, then I am going to create the virtual machines and put the virtual machines in this availability set. So I'll click on Cloud Shell. It's requesting a Cloud Shell, succeeded, connecting the terminal, and the prompt has come. So here I am going to set the credential first. So this is the command for setting the credential. So here I am going to put the username as AZADAMIN and press enter. Password I am going to put I have set the password also. Now I am going to copy the PowerShell snippet, and I am going to paste this or share this snippet in the description of this video, so you can copy that snippet and use it in your own environment. Hit enter. And here you can see that no size value has been provided. The VM will be created with the default size standard T2S v3. We can see that the progress bar is moving, creating Azure resources. Let's wait for a couple of more seconds. Now we can see that creating Azure resources is 100%. For one VM. Now it's creating the second VM. Yes, now we can see that the both virtual machine has been created. So let's verify this from Azure portal. So I am already in availability set pane. So from here I am going to click on virtual machines blade. So here you can see that TS-VM1 and VM2 is running. So these two virtual machine is created. So if you click on TS-VM1, you will be able to see that this virtual machine operating system is Windows Server 2016 Data Center. I have not actually provided the operating system image here. So by default Azure has installed the operating system as Windows Server 2016 Data Center Edition. So this is how we can create the availability set and put the VM in the availability set. So now what I am going to do is I am going to move one of the virtual machine from this availability set to a different availability set, and I will create a new availability set and put this virtual machine TS-VM1 into that availability set. So I am going to show you how to do it now. So again, I will be doing it from Azure Cloud Shell. So I am in Cloud Shell now. Let's clear the screen. So now I have already created a PowerShell snippet, and this PowerShell script I am going to use it for moving the virtual machine from the current availability set to a new availability set. So let's give the name as TS-VM1. So let's say that let's move this VM TS-VM1 to another availability set. Let's copy this PowerShell snippet, and I am going to run it in the PowerShell Cloud Shell. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. So here it will ask you that this commandlet will remove the specified virtual machine. Do you want to continue? So here the process is what it will do is it will remove the virtual machine, and it will move the recreate the virtual machine in the new availability set. So here I am going to press Y and hit enter. So now the deployment is completed. So let's see that the changes in the Azure portal. Please ignore this warning messages. So let's go to the yes. So TS-VM1 is not running under this availability set. So let's check it out that the new yes. So there is a new availability set is created, and under this we can see that TS-VM1 is running. So in this way we can move the virtual machine from one availability set to another availability set, and we can change the configuration settings. So I hope that this video is useful, and you have learned that availability set, fault domain, update domain, and you have seen the demo also. If you like the video, please do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, and also share this video with your colleagues and friends. Thank you for watching this video.